legislature and the many advocates that have worked together across the state to make the signing of this bill possible. Listen, we all know that in the state of Vermont, there is nothing more important than the education of Vermont's kids and having the best education system in the country, bar none. I have long felt, as have many governors before me, from both parties, Republican and Democrat, that it's very difficult as a governor to ultimately have a single voice that implements a vision for quality education when the governor does not have direct intervention or input on who the commissioner or secretary of education might be. What this bill does, and the great work that the legislature has done in collaboration with the business community, with the teachers, with school boards, with the State Board of Education, is come up with an elegant solution to a long-time problem in Vermont. It finally gives the governor the ability to appoint a Secretary of Education, to be a member of the cabinet, and to be able to carry out a comprehensive vision for Vermont's educational system that is elected by the great people of the state. If we allow governors to decide the direction for environmental policy, the direction for our roads and bridges and the agency of transportation, the direction for how we treat our most vulnerable in the agency of human services, why on earth would we not do so for the most important obligation in a democratic society, which is educating kids? Bottom line, when I go around and talk to Vermont business leaders about how we create jobs and economic opportunities for Vermonters, which is our single most important priority, they say time and time again, Governor, we need to have a single vision for education where the governor is held accountable. This bill holds me and the secretary that I will appoint in January accountable for the educational vision of the state. I think it will take an already great education system, one of the best in the country, and allow us to make it even better. So I want to congratulate the education committees in the House and the Senate, the extraordinary leadership of Chairman Kevin Mullin and Chairwoman Joey Donovan, of the committees working together. This particular bill has been proposed by governor after governor after governor from both parties. The fact that you got this done is a recognition of how legislators can do best for the state, working together in a bipartisan spirit to get really tough things done. I just want to mention a couple of folks before we hear from Commissioner of Education and our committee chairs. I want to thank the Business Roundtable and Lisa Ventris and the business community, the Lake Champlain Chamber, who's been supporting this effort, the State Board of Education, and in particular, Chairman Stephen Morris, who helped to negotiate this agreement. I want to thank the Commissioner for his involvement. I want to thank the NEA and Joel and others for their help with this process, as well as the school board members. There was tremendous skepticism, tremendous fear that we were somehow politicizing a process that shouldn't be politicized. I say what we're doing today is ensuring that we have accountability from the governor and the ability for the elected governor to carry out educational quality by having a secretary, full member of the cabinet, to ensure that that vision is being carried out. I just want to mention, I know we don't usually talk about press, but I had when I was governor-elect, I talked to all kinds of people around the state about some of the things that would really make a difference for Vermont if I were elected governor. And I remember having a conversation with the Lynn brothers, and they don't always agree, but they were agreed that this would be a single change that would serve Vermont well in the future. So I want to acknowledge Angelo and Emerson, who's not here, for their help helping to make this happen. So first we'll hear from the chairs of the committees. If you could, Johannah.
Thank you. Well, I think the governor has articulated well why the House Education Committee kept coming back to this subject. I've served on education now for 6 years, and we have talked about this issue each and every year. But I want to really compliment my committee these past 2 years that were steadfast. We would walk away from the discussion, but somehow we kept coming back to it. And we just were very diligent in our work and very deliberative. And I think it is a new day for education in the state of Vermont, and I'm very, very pleased to be here this morning.
Thanks for your great work.
Thank you, Governor.
House Committee for your extraordinary effort. Chairman Mullin.
I just want to say that the committee members are excited because this is a real exciting time to be on an education committee in the state of Vermont. And we have become true partners with the administration in branding the state of Vermont, the pre-K to 16 education state. And this is an important step in that direction because you need leadership and you need vision at the top. And this will put us in a structure that we can continue to make great strides. The legislature this year has passed a number of bills that will move us forward in education. And it was really a biennium of pride having had the ability to be blessed with the committee members that I had in the Senate and work on some really important issues that I think are really going to move us forward in education. And this one is just so satisfying because so many people were opposed at the beginning, and in the end a compromise was forged that everybody was in agreement on. I shouldn't say everybody, there's always a few that don't agree. But this is a step in the right direction. It elevates education in the state of Vermont. We're spending $1.5 billion, and we want to make sure that those resources are being spent properly, and we're getting the maximum bang for our dollar, and our kids receive the best education so that they can compete in a global marketplace. So on behalf of the Senate Education Committee, it's been a pleasure to work with you, Governor, on this issue, and we look forward to moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your great work. Where's the commissioner? Come on.
This is a wonderful opportunity to have the governor have a very, very strong voice in education. Speaking with one voice. I think in the past with the State Board of Education and a commissioner that was not working under the governor may have led to some issues that may not have been unified. I think in this capacity, we're all going to be speaking with one voice. We're all going to be moving forward, ultimately to improve an already very strong educational system. And obviously, as a Commissioner of Education, to me, education is the single most important thing in our state. It's an economic driver. It is what will help our state not only improve but excel in the future, both as citizens but also financially. So I look forward to working with the governor. He and I have almost identical views on education. We're speaking with one voice already, and now it'll be his voice that I will be advocating for. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your great work. Okay, team. Anyone else want to add anything, or is everybody happy? Let's do it. So you got to kind of crowd in, team, because it's a narrow camera range. We don't want to lose you.
Do you like us looking over your shoulder?
Whatever you can get. Any other week but this. All right. Come on, Senator. We need the Dean of the Senate in this shot.
Thanks, Senator.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, but
Here we go. Anyone change their mind, or should we let this go?
You're going to disappear.
I'm going to disappear. Is it the third today? Do we agree on that?
It is.
it's at 5.
Oh, it's
It's
5.
five,
No,
though, it's not
it's
April.
April. You guys have had me here so long. So wait, we're done. Way to go. I did. I like that. It's after the next election. Don't get rid of it. Now listen, I usually give this pen to the chair who actually helped make this happen, but I can't split it in half.
I'll take it.
So. And we're going to get the fake one. So both those pens are cheap.
I know. Yeah.
Yes. Way to go, team. We're proud of you.
So why don't we get a picture with the committees?
Okay, come on. We got to go over there.
Class picture, class picture.
Class picture, but over by this way, because I'm in the